the first few days in Queens have seen a lot of players from St. John's last year's roster leave. They've entered the transfer portal. The transfer portal was a thing, I guess, back when you were a player, but not to this extent where there was a free transfer. You had to sit out and all that. Did you ever consider? You've talked about how tough it was playing for Rick Pitino. I believe you've mentioned that uh, on the court and off the court, Rick Pitino are two different things before. But did you ever have it to the point where you thought of transferring, and more so, what was that dynamic between you and Coach Pitino like, both on and off the court?
Well, I mean, that's one thing I can say about Coach Pitino. He's always been honest with me. He's never sugarcoated anything, and that's what you can respect with him. And like I said earlier, I did tweet something. I was like, when I was a freshman, I probably would have transferred if you had like a free year, like you didn't have to sit out a year. Where when I was playing, you did have to sit out a year, so it kind of made you think twice about even leaving. But it also helped me with my growth, my maturity. A lot of high school kids go to college with the expectations that they're going to play right away, that they're going to be a star, that they're going to be this and that, and a lot of them don't want to put in the actual work to become that type of player. Because, as Coach Patino calls it, it's a microwave society. Everybody wants instant gratification. Everybody wants to be successful now and not in the future. So I would say for me, that was a hard talk, because I came in as McDonald's All-American. I came in with the expectations to play right behind Edgar Sosa, who I loved watching, who I loved developing with. And my first Big East game, I think it was against Seton Hall. It might have been actually against St. John's. It was one of the two. I played maybe 2 minutes my freshman year in the first Big East game.
I think that was St. John's.
I,
I think you had like two assists and a few fouls. You didn't play much.
yeah, I think I remember after the game, he just highlighted in red and it was just like, "Yep, this is your stats and this is your minutes. What are you gonna do about it?" Like, you know, it's not good enough. And as a freshman, I had to learn, like, all right, I need to do something else to get on the court. It's funny because I can go into a Coach Pitino story just about my freshman year. I came in, and the first two games, I had an ESPN top 10 moment. I had a reverse tip in dunk against Bellarmine, and I had a crazy reverse layup against Arkansas. And it wasn't something that I tried. It was just something how my game was. I was an athletic point guard, and I think I did something the next game, and Coach was like, "You just want to make ESPN top 10. Get over here in the bit." Like, just like, I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, I was just out here playing. Like, but I learned that he was, trying to humble me and ground me, because a lot of that success, and now with social media, it could have taken over. Like, it could have, blown my head up even more. But to go back to your original point about if I want to transfer or not, I did. And Coach P is a tough coach to play for, because he expects so much out of you. And if you're not ready mentally, it can crush you. And that's kind of what his staple is. He loves to build up his guys. Like, he wants to see if you have that fight in you. And I can say for like the St. John's fans, like, understand that, yeah, okay, these guys left it with the portal and everything. It's college is more of a business, but know that the people that Coach Patino is getting in, he's getting in guys that he thinks are going to fight for him and that are going to want to get better mentally, physically, and give their all to the program. He's not a guy who's just like, "Oh, I just want one and done guys, come and go." He wants guys who are going to, be loyal to the program, guys who are going to want to live in the gym and want to get the best out of them. And, he want guys that he can trust. I don't know how much he trusts those guys. Obviously, a lot of them are leaving, but there is a reason for it.